And hello and welcome back to a hopefully all new and hopefully all working episode of the Dwarf Fortress. And we are where we left off before the game crashed repeatedly. I now rolled back my OBS and I hope that it will work. I still need to change stuff because every time I told OBS to record this particular window, it just went, well, Dwarf Fortress X is not working. So let's hope this issue is over, because I paused the game to capture it for a very special reason, and that is that we have a fight. And the fight started on the bridge. I call it the puke bridge, by the way, because this is open sky here. So as soon as a dwarf passes underneath it, he will be exposed to the sunlight and he will start puking his soul out. But it will also over time guarantee that none of my dwarfs will get sunsick again. There will be a lot of vomit during that time, and the main problem is that everybody will have, well, they will be in a bad mood, and sometimes when they pass each other on the bridge with bad mood, well, they start fighting, and this is exactly what's happening here. I think Pocket is pretty bruised. The Shaki is fighting. No, the Shaki is actually the one that is not fighting, but Schnook, our blacksmith here, is fighting till he passes out again and again. Same goes for Valya, and someone else was actually also in that. So, let's unpause here. Oh yeah, the fight is still going on. Okay, so let's get the law in here, so she can punch out some people and drag them to the prison, where they can be sentenced. Interrupted by a blacksmith. Yeah, they're all standing here. Oh, the king is now also in there. The boy releases the grip on the boy's arm. The pump operator is unable to break the grip of the blacksmith's left arm on the pump operator's lower left back teeth. So the pump operator is actually going into the fight, trying to break it off, but he's not able to do so. So everyone on this bridge is just standing there fighting now, which can take a while. Everyone needs to pass out or give up till a winner can be declared, which might take a while. Okay, is the king fighting too? I don't know. He's not a great fighter, as you know. He's quite flimsy. It's said in the text. But the Boya, Pocket, and Puffert is now also in there. Schnook, Zanis, and Vitor. Will Vitor join the fight? I don't know. We will watch until someone passes out, I guess. They're still fighting, right? Oh, an artery has been opened by attack. What the hell? The blacksmith punches the thresher on the right foot with her left hand, and the part explodes into gore. Oh, this thresher, an artery has been opened. Thresher falls over. Blacksmith releases the grip of the blacksmith's raker up arm on the thresher's chicken leather cap. I've improved my striking. That was very satisfying. I've been injured badly. I also improved his fighting. So, I guess the Thresher Rossing is out now. Which one is the Thresher? This guy? Puffert, Zanis, Witter and Decker, Reichert, which is our Tavern keeper, Betsy, Beat, Rena. Huh, I don't know actually where he is. So, let's just wait how it turns out. The dog arrived. Someone should give out now. If he's really broken up a foot or there should be blood. She hasn't fallen down, has she? Because that could happen, because up here is an open space, so if they roll away, they might fall quite a while. No, the Blackbeard is... The Blackbeard... The blacksmith is still fighting against Schnucker and Decker. Where's the law, man? Where is the law when you need it? Okay, he only has 1 foot left, so... he might take a while. Not even that, I think she has no food left, so I might want to have someone else in the police. Just for this case. Only the captain of the guard is... better left unprepared, but this time we actually need her. Okay, here she comes. She should try to beat up the blacksmith now. And there she goes. Oh, the blacksmith is actually reciting poetry now. So I guess the fight is over. Valya is still in a bad mood. So let's see what happens to the Thrasher. Who was that? Valya. No, wait a second. This was a pump operator. Thrasher. Russing was the Thrasher. I wasn't seeing it. Okay, resting. Yeah. She's in the hospital now. So I guess the fight is over. Which is good. Because for a second I thought someone would panic and they will really start killing each other. Oh, whoa! Someone pulled the lever. I guess the captain of the guard? Yeah, I think Valdefra came in and pulled the lever. Which would have made them drop at this point. Someone fell off. This kid. Dwarf baby. Nothing happened though. And the dog and the cow are now sitting up there, but they're both stunned. They're sitting on top of the door waiting for the drawbridge to be lowered. Alright. This would have broken off the fight, I guess. Would have pulled them up there. Like all of them. So, what is the justice saying? There are no criminals, so no one got sentenced for that fight. Interesting. It can happen that if one of your dwarves actually gets killed in a fight like this. The echoes fighting. Skids along the ground. Only bruisings. Okay. It can actually happen during a fight like that. That one of the guys might get killed. And if he gets killed... This dog is pretty wounded. I think that happens in somewhere else. If they get killed, it can lead to a civil war, which actually happened to me. I had 3 or 4 barons, and they were at all good friends, and the captain of the guard killed someone by punching them out. And after that happened, well, people just started killing each other, and I was already at magma level, and they actually shoved each other down on the magma area. And then more people got killed, and well, it was like a real civil war. And in the end, everyone that was in it and on the losing side got banned from the fortress, and they had to leave. Because as you might know, Dwarf Fortress is actually pretty deep when it comes to gameplay like that. But something is up with this pump operator because he keeps puking. Punches... Oh yeah, pump operator with the right hand in a right hand injured part collapses. Bruising the muscle. So actually the pump operator is also pretty badly damaged. Who was that? Valya. Valya is also resting. Oh wow. She's not really resting though. She's not in the hospital yet. Talking about the hospital. How are you doing? You're unconscious. Right ankle, right foot. Pretty damaged. Right foot mangled beyond recognition. Ankle is mangled beyond recognition. Second finger, right hand is mangled. Head is cut open. Right toe, foot is broken. Toe is broken. Oh man. Yeah. Let's hope we have enough gypsum. Because otherwise we cannot bandage this guy. Okay, what's happening to Pocket? Oh dear, just her left foot is cut open, so that's not as bad. But this blacksmith really did some work, I guess. Haven't expected that. Oh yeah, by the way, when I see the scholar, we have a guest, a human scholar, and right now he's reading a book. And if I'm lucky, they will actually great poets will come and write books, and they will be here in my fortress. And that will make my dwarves really happy. By the way, happiness, yeah. Look at this happiness. I'm doing great. I also... Oh, God. Yeah, I made a mistake when I set the limits of my kids. And I didn't set my limit of kids to 10 to 100. I actually set my limit of kids to maximum 100, and 10% of the fortress can be kids or something like that. And I had kids like, let's just have a look at my dwarf therapist, because this is getting kind of crazy when it comes to kids right now. Pump operator Valya. Oh yeah. Yeah, she just keeps spooking. So I hope she will get the right idea and gets into the hospital and won't just wander around with a broken arm. So yeah, let's connect the dwarf therapist and hopefully not crash the game by opening it. Dwarf therapist, okay, and here it is. And yeah, if I sorting this thing by age, we have 17 babies, 21 1-year-olds, 16 2-year-olds, 16 3-year-olds, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, right up to the point up till here, everyone is in a minor age, which is not good, to say the least, because that means that we have quite a lot of dwarfs that are actually listed here that cannot be used. Look at this. That cannot be used in combat or in training or anything, so we need to wait till they grow up, which will take forever. But I don't think that I can actually play the world until they are grown out, because I wanted to use some of them for a special occasion that I planned. But well, it is how it is, I guess. And what we really need to do is giving them something to do, which is why we are now starting to construct training access and use my metalsmith forge to do other objects, and the other objects should be made out of copper, and they should be toys, especially it should be especially wait a second, I forgot about that. None of my dwarves has good clothing, so let's give them, where are they? Just rings. Where are the rings? Here we go. Make gold rings. So they're getting gold rings and copper toys. And the copper toys they will be playing with. And if it's like an axe, they will get better at axes. If it's a forge, they will get good at forging. That kind of stuff. And I don't really have good toys yet. Actually sold most of the ones that I had when I started the game. And that I got gifted from the Elvish traders, I guess. So yeah, there's that. I really need some toys for all these kids. Otherwise they will grow up and don't have any skills. Will be quite useless in the meantime. Okay, 3 guys in the hospital. Let's hope that the doctor will come over at some point. Okay, he has been gotten his status. So treatment needs cleaning, needs sutures, setting, dressing, and immobilization. So, well, he will get some gypsum. What about you? Health. Compound fracture smashed apart, as it's a nail that will never heal. Skin, compound fracture cut apart. Second finger needs setting and smashed apart. Head is cut open, so it needs cleaning. Yes. It needs cleaning, surgery, sutures. Oh, actually needs surgery for the foot and the ankle. Second finger, cleaning, surgery, suture, setting, and needs dressing. Cleaning, surgery, suture, dressing. Okay, yeah, this will really take a while, but at least it will train my doctors. And let's have a look actually at my soap stocks. I made soap at some point, but it's been a while. Yeah, I only have 4 soap left. So let's make some ash right away and create some soap. I have a lot of tallow and I have a lot of oil, so that shouldn't be a problem. Where is my ashery? Here it is. Do I have ash? Maybe I don't need to make ash. Stocks. Ash. 11 ash. So I can make lye from ash. And I can make soap from the lye. But let's make some ash. Didn't have a lot of ash lately. Okay. You can always use ash. I also need ash for my glass furnace because I want to do away with these fortifications and actually put glass in there. Because that way the bees will not constantly go into the tavern and do mean things to my people that are coming to actually enjoy themselves in there. Which is happening sometimes. Not as great as you might think. Have I turned this into a temple? Yes, I have. So this is a free temple now. Even a big one. Baron of Smith save cancels melt an object because needs melt designated item. Okay, so I am kind of missing melt designated items, which is alright, I guess. I haven't had a lot of fighting lately. But what I do also need is... Oh, wait a second. No, I don't want to do that with him. If you can melt and have nothing to do, please make more nickel silver bars. If you want to know why I'm doing nickel silver bars, you should look it up in the Dwarf Therapist, not Dwarf Therapist, in the Dwarfish Wikipedia. The Dwarf Fortress Wikipedia is really, really good when it comes to that kind of stuff, and everything metal related will be explained to you. Oh yeah, everything will be explained, but one thing which I discovered a while ago, but it took me a while to figure it out. So you have, when you're going to, like, oh yeah, here the BAM and weapons ammunition, you have this weapons stuff you can make from weapon. Iron, of course, yeah, good iron, yeah, iron. Silver, a bit heavier than iron, weaker than iron. Okay, for blunt weapons, not so good for everything else. Copper, not good for anything, but better than wooden stuff. Bronze, better than copper. Iron and steel, of course, is the best. Steel, generally, always the best. Go for steel. Unless your dwarves are unquestionably weak, because then they cannot use the weapons rightly. Also, never use steel for shields, because shields, steel is super heavy. Use something more light. Bismuth bronze, of course, made with bronze and bismuth, pretty good, especially for blunt weapons. Adamantine, and don't need to talk about adamantine. Adamantine is the best stuff in the world. Okay, it's not really good for blunt weapons because adamantine is super light, but for everything else, go adamantine. So now we go ruddy metal, black metal, glowing metal, dark metal, booming metal, singing metal, frosty metal, flowing metal, shiny metal, and pockmarked metal. You can only get these by defeating demons in vaults, and vaults can only be found doing map creation, so I would have to settle on a demon vault to even get to the metal, and then you're only getting a few bars. Or I have to play an adventurer and get the metal and bring it into my fortress and then continue playing the fortress. This is the way it would actually work. It's a bit complicated, but I think it's worth it. But I will actually go for the adamantine. I will try to dig for adamantine soon. And then I will try to have at least 3 or 4 really, really good weapons crafters, and then I will hopefully manage to get them into a mood and create adamantine weapons or adamantine clothing or armor, just so we can kind of continue our stories that we are building here around these weapons. Like, then first adventure I will play will be all about this guy saying like, oh, getting the steel armor plate named I don't know, hollow sounds. the club of beating up enemies or something like that. You know what I mean. Oh, it's Bolsa. Okay. I don't know why Bolsa's down here, but... Alright, it's Bolsa. I was wondering who you are. So... A second. Designating Dick and designate on gems, because there seems to be a lot of hematite around here. And yeah, that's like the place where I want to be. I want to have at least one artifact weapon and maybe some just really, really good adamantine armor and weapons. And maybe I will activate the secret that is combined with adamantine. I will not spoil it. If you know Dwarf Fortress, you will know what I'm talking about. If you don't, well, it will be a surprise, I guess. If I'm not activating it, I will actually tell it to you, but I am really thinking about it, so this could be fun. Look up what fun means in the Dwarf Fortress wiki. There's a reason I'm saying it in the way I'm saying it. That's all I'm saying here. Alright, nothing else really happened. Tavern is going well. We have some visitors, not a lot, so year is still 254. And I think I will just keep this going until something happens. Something interesting. There's always stuff happening, but something where I don't need to click around every 10 seconds and pause the game, because it's going quite slowly. Yeah. Not interesting to watch, just dwarves walking around slowly. So I see you guys in the next episode of Dwarf Fortress, which hopefully is working now. See you.